Hello and welcome to this experimental playthrough of Factorio. I'm playing version 0.15 uh, and the subversion probably doesn't matter, it may change as I play. So, just generated a new map and it says your task is to launch a rocket into space. Do this by constructing a rocket silo and launching a rocket with a satellite. You'll need to research advanced technologies in order to unlock the rocket silo. Start small, work your way up with automation, and don't forget to protect yourself from the natives. As explained in the previous video, when I generated the map, I basically disabled the enemies, or made them not very dangerous, so I won't have to worry too much about that in this playthrough. Anyway, let's take a look at the map that we got. Wow. Okay, where's a good starting spot? Probably tap this coal, this iron, this copper, maybe this iron. Okay, anyway. Oh, and there's some coal right there. Nice. That'll be useful for something. Alright, so just to get things started off. So the first thing I want to do is get some coal because well, actually, the first thing I want to do is create an iron axe, which makes it faster to harvest resources. So I pop the coal in there so that can be powered, and I knock down some trees to gather the wood while this is making coal. And the reason why I wanted to gather the wood is so I can make a wooden chest and put it there so that this burner mining drill can be collecting the coal and putting it into the chest for me. So, and it needs a little more fuel. And so while it's doing that, I will cut down a few more trees. But what I really need to be doing is collecting some iron ore. And I need about, I think, 10 to make another mining drill, because this takes a long time. It's a lot easier or faster. Well, it's probably about the same speed to have the mining drill do it, but the point of this game is automation. If you try to do everything yourself, it will take forever. So if you have a million little machines doing everything for you all at once, you have concurrency and you just have stuff being done for you. That's what this game is all about. Is you start out with everything taking forever to do, and then you get it so that it's all being done automatically. Oh yeah, I need to smelt. Oops. I need to smelt this iron ore into iron plates, and I need 9 iron plates and 5 stone for each burner mining drill. Okay, so just real quick explanation of this window. Wait, where'd that go? Okay, so this is the recipe for what's required to make this burner mining drill. For example, it takes 2 seconds, it requires 3 iron gear wheels, 1 stone furnace, and 3 iron plates. And then you can see statistics about the burner mining drill below that. And then at the very bottom, it shows the total raw resources required. And so that's because if you don't necessarily have like all the gear wheels, for example, but you have enough iron plates, then you will craft the gear wheels and the stone furnace, for example, and then the burner mining drill. So it's smart about allowing you to, it will queue up the prerequisites first if you can make them yourself, and it will build it automatically for you. So, for example, I don't have the stone furnace or the iron gear wheels that I need, and so it even shows you that well, I do have a stone furnace actually. It's in my hotbar, but it will show you like the 3 iron gear wheels are in orange. That means I don't have them, but I have the resources to craft them. The ones that are white mean that I do have them. So if I click this, you'll see it'll make the 3 gears and then the burner. Alright, I'm going to move this. It's dark. Alright, so if you press Alt, it will show some detailed information. So it shows the arrow, which shows me where the coal comes out of the drill. And then it shows what's in this chest. Right now there's only coal in the chest, so it shows the one icon for that. But I'm going to take my burner drill over here, start gathering some iron, and have it send it straight into the furnace, which will then start smelting it immediately. And that should get my iron plates being produced relatively quickly. So I'll wait for that to get me a few more, cut down some wood in the meantime. Alright, I have enough to make another one. So I'm going to get this tree out of my way, start collecting some copper. To make copper plates. And you can control click to automatically take things out. So if I control click this chest, it will take all of the coal. Or if I have something in my pockets and I control click it, it will put it all in, or as much as it can anyway. Or if I right click, then it will put half of it in if I hold control. So this has 8. Okay. Get some more iron plates. And I need more stone. I think that's what... Where is stone? There's some stone. And also, early on in the game, it takes a long time to break these stone rocks, but it's actually faster. They give you 20 pieces of stone, so that's actually faster than getting harvesting 20 pieces of stone from a stone patch. So, clearing some trees out of the way here so I can put the drill on this stone patch. Okay. And put some coal in it and put a chest there. So now we can start getting that. Alright, so one of the first things to do in the game is to move from using burner, using coal to power everything, to actually using electricity. And so the way to do that is to set up some boilers which will use coal and create heat or steam, and then use the steam engine to convert that to electricity. But I think I actually want another burner mining drill here real quick to help get some coal faster for now. And I'm setting them up pointing at each other, that way they will fill each other up. Once this one finishes mining one, it will put it in this one's fuel, and once this one mines, it will put it in here, and so they'll fill each other up. And I stole that all, but that one filled it up, so now it's going again. Okay, let's see here. I want one boiler and 2 engines. And I also want some pipes. I also want a offshore pump, because you have to have water to boil. I need 31 of those. Okay, well I only need 1 engine for now. But the ratio is 1 boiler provides enough steam for 2 steam engines. So you generally see them 2 steam engines per boiler. But just starting out, I'm not using that much electricity, so I don't need that much. But I would like pipe to ground, just just because pipes, there are things in this game that when they get big, or when you string a lot of them together, such as pipes, they interfere with where you can walk. And so, excuse me, if you have some underground pipes, then it allows a passage that you can walk past. So, I'll put it out at its max distance. Okay, the boilers, I'm going to put the boilers facing up, or the steam facing up, so that I can grab this coal and use that coal to feed the boilers. So the offshore pump gets water, it pumps it. For some reason it doesn't need electricity. I don't really know why that is, but it doesn't need electricity. It pumps water through the pipe into the boiler. I put coal in the boiler so that it can burn. It generates heat, which boils the water, and then that makes steam. The steam's not going anywhere yet because it doesn't have anywhere to go. I put it into the steam engine. The steam engine starts producing power, or it would if it were connected to electric poles. Alright, I need some more coal. This needs some more coal. This needs some more coal. This needs some more coal. Doesn't need that much. Okay. And I need a burner inserter. I think I'm going to steal one of these back, or both of them actually, and move them down here. Because the first thing to do is make sure you have coal going to your boilers so that they can produce power. I would like to get that, but there's no real clean way of doing that right now. Well, I guess I could do that. Oh well. I'll just do this. Okay, the burner inserter is a machine that will automatically grab. You can see this, there's an arrow on top and the line on bottom. So what that means is it grabs from the side where the line is, which is the bottom, and will insert it or drop off where the arrow is, which is the top. So if I can get some coal to regularly come here, then this inserter will automatically grab it from here and insert it into here, which is good. The problem is, how do I get it all the way from here to up here? Well, I could set up a whole bunch of inserters, hand them off one to one, back and forth. Well, not really back and forth, but in an assembly line type thing. But that's where transport belts come in, or conveyor belts. But I'm going to need a lot more iron. So I think what I'm going to do is... Oh, there's iron right there. Okay, I'm moving this iron down here. Is there any copper down there? No. Okay, so this copper, I'm going to move this just a little bit lower. Just so it's a little closer. Put the copper in there. Okay, so I have 10 transport belts. I'm going to start making a path from the coal miner up to the inserter. And since this is a burner inserter, it doesn't use electricity. It requires fuel, which could be wood or coal, and it has enough electricity in it that it can, I don't know exactly how it works. I think it starts with enough electricity, or fuel I guess I should say, that it can power itself long enough to insert some fuel into itself once. And so the way that this one works is it will actually insert into itself before it inserts onto its destination. So that way it will keep itself fueled. And so if I steal some of this coal, I can see it. I'll drop it off on this conveyor belt and you can see it go. Traveling along, and then the first time it will put it into itself, and then now that it has some power, it will, well, it won't put any in there because it already has enough. So now we need to start using up the power, and a good way to do that is with an electric mining drill. Alright, so I didn't have the things to make the electric mining drill, so it's making them. Shouldn't take too long. And there we go. Alright, so the electric mining drill works a little faster than these burners. Creates less pollution, which normally you'd have to worry about, but on this map we won't have to worry about. And it doesn't have any power. So I've run some power lines. And now it's powered. And so now this is consuming the fuel as it creates more steam. And this is using the steam to create more power. You can see if you click on a power line, you can see your energy consumption. And we're using about 3 kilowatts. A little more than that. We're using, wow, 89 kilowatts. Oh yeah, 90. These things use 90 kilowatts. Okay, so that will keep doing that. And now that we have power, the goal is to replace all of these burner mining drills with electric ones, and then we can start getting resources a lot faster, which will help us build up our base a lot faster. But I think that's probably long enough for this video. I don't know how long they each need to be, but seems like a good stopping point. Next time we'll work on just expanding the ore production, especially the iron ore production, especially, and get some copper. And that's what we'll do. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this so far, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.